My name is Clay Staires, and I'm your representative for District 66 at the state capitol. I'm the one that you have chosen to be your delegate to speak on behalf of our district in Oklahoma City. I'm a conservative, I love the Lord, and I've been serving my family, my church, my community, and now my state for the past 40 years. My first term has been quite a ride. Man, back in 2020, as we were coming through COVID together, I was so frustrated, like so many of you, because there were decisions that were being made somewhere, someplace away from me. Decisions were being made that were impacting me, they were impacting my family, and they were impacting my business. And I wasn't at the table to help make those decisions. I wanted to be at the table. I wanted to be a part of that. I was looking for someone that would share my values to be at that table. That's why I decided to run to be your representative. I wanted to become a servant leader for District 66. In 2022, I told you on your doorstep that I would go to the state capitol and protect our Oklahoma values and promote your personal freedoms. In my first term as your representative, I have co-authored the levy bill to protect over $200 million worth of homes and businesses and livelihoods along the Arkansas River levee system. I also co-authored a bill to secure our elections in Oklahoma by prohibiting ranked choice voting. And then I co-authored a bill to protect our homes and our businesses and our way of life in Oklahoma by making it a criminal offense for an illegal immigrant to enter and stay in Oklahoma without legal authorization to enter into the United States. I also co-authored a bill to improve the safety of our daily lives by increasing the caps for money going to counties for road repairs. And I co-authored the Squatters Bill to protect your property and your homes from illegal inhabitations. I voted for and passed a bill to reduce the financial burden on Oklahomans by eliminating the state portion of the grocery tax. I also voted to reduce personal income tax from 4.7% to 4.5%. And I voted for and passed the biggest education funding raise in Oklahoma's history. So there you go. These are just a few examples of the legislation that I've supported in my first term as your representative in District 66. And I plan to continue to support this type of legislation as I move forward. Things like lowering taxes, supporting our public education, securing our state borders, and expanding economic development, securing our elections, as well as protecting your personal freedoms as Oklahomans. I was also very honored to be assigned to be the Vice Chairman of the Finance Subcommittee for Appropriations. It's a very fun job to be in, with lots of learning that went on there. Also, I was on 4 other committees. I was on the Elections and Ethics Committee. I was on the Utilities Committee, as well as the Health and Long-Term Care and the Administrative Rules Committee. This is why you have voted me to be your representative in Oklahoma City. And I'm asking you for your vote coming up on November 5th to continue to be your representative for District 66 for a second term. Like many of you, I'm seeing a shift in America, a shift away from our traditional foundational values. But we're blessed here in Oklahoma to be in a state that is pushing back against this influence that is trying to get us to adopt values that are deceitfully called progressive. Our Oklahoma values are deeply rooted in the hearts of our citizens. As your representative, I plan to champion and protect these Oklahoma values of biblical foundations, constitution, strong families, independence, respect for our country, and service to others. In my first term as your representative, I've learned that there are a lot of issues out there and so many things to stand up for. In the past 2 years, there have been over 7,000 new pieces of legislation filed. That's a lot. And I'm not even for sure if that aligns with our Republican value of limited government. We have to be careful not to look to the state government to solve our problems. I look to support legislation that gets the state government out of the way and pushes the responsibility and authority down to the local level where government can be most effective. Many people have asked me, Clay, what is it you're passionate about? What are the things about state government that you want to be a part of? Well, this is pretty much the main reason why I've spent so much time and energy being out in our district. Being at breakfast on Saturday mornings, as well as going to chamber meetings and city council meetings and being at school board meetings. I've got to be out in the district. I have to be available to you to come and talk with, to let me know what you're concerned with, as well as to let you know what I'm thinking and what I'm concerned with. In 2025, I already know that I'm going to be running 4 different pieces of legislation that specifically came from conversations that I had during breakfast in both Sand Springs and Sperry, as well as in Skytook. I've also gravitated towards specific core issues for Oklahomans, as well as those of you in District 66. Issues like tax and spending reforms, immigration solutions, economic development, election security, personal freedoms. As I read new legislation, go to conferences and talk with those of you in District 66, these topics not only come up a lot, but they have really caught my attention. Lisa and I have been married for 25 years, and we've lived here in Osage County for 22 of those years, here in Skytook. And I graduated from Skytook forever ago, and both of our daughters graduated from Skytook as well. I think this political journey that the Lord got us on a couple years ago was a surprise to all of us. It was not necessarily in the plans when we first got together. I was a high school science teacher when we first met, and but we are very confident right now that the Lord has us right in the midst of His hand, in His grip, and we are very excited about where we are right now.
I've enjoyed our journey over the last 2 years at the Capitol. I feel passionate about Jesus and the Holy Spirit, and keeping our shared values of faith and family in our communities is something I'm very passionate about.
So what steps can you take? What actions can you take to get involved and be a part of the government that is impacting you every single day? Well, step number 1, come out on November 5th and vote for Clay for House of Representatives in District 66. You can also contact me. Call my cell phone, 918-798-0852. That's right. Give me a phone call or shoot me a text, 918-798-0852. Again, I can't represent you if we are not talking with one another. You can also reach me through my email at info@okforclay.com. That's info@okforclay.com. And then there's all the social media. You can find me on 3 different Facebook pages, Clay Staires, as well as OK for Clay and Representative Clay Staires. I want to encourage you to go there because that is where I'm actually putting out a lot of content. It's where I'm answering a lot of questions and really talking on a daily and weekly basis about what's going on at the Capitol and what's going on in the district. I'm also found on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Another great way for you to engage in the government process that's impacting you every single day is let's get together and talk. Let's have coffee. But you could also come to the Eggs and Issues breakfast that I do on Saturdays once a month. I'm in Sand Springs once a month, and then I'm also in Skytook once a month. And you can also see me at many of the city council meetings, the school board meetings, the chamber meetings, as well as a ton of different community events. Just come up and talk with me. Come and let's spend time together talking. You can also come to the Capitol in Oklahoma City. I've had many people come to the Capitol and meet me in my office where we've had wonderful talks. Also, we can set you up on a tour of the Capitol. You can even do a dome tour, which is pretty much one of the best things that we've got going on over at the Capitol for citizens. Remember, it's called the People's House for a reason. The house belongs to you. It's your house. It's important that you come over and spend some time. A final way for you to engage in the government process that impacts you every single day is, like I said before, come to these meetings. There are actually meetings going on quite a bit during the month where decisions are being made that are going to impact you. Decisions with city council, decisions with school board, decisions at chamber meetings that are impacting you. I strongly encourage you to come and be a part of these meetings. Be careful not to fall in the trap of just sitting back and complaining on Facebook, which again is what I did for so long before I made the decision to step up, get engaged, and be a servant leader in District 66. I'm Clay Staires, and I'm your representative here in District 66, and I'm asking you for your vote and your trust on November 5th. Vote for me. I'm here to protect your personal freedoms and to stand up for Oklahoma values.